Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, I'm attempting to make a Leetcode playlist again since it's been a while since I have done this. Um, and yeah, today I thought rather than me trying to select a question at random, let me just start with questions beforehand so it's easy for people who are following this. And let's start with Leetcode easies before we move on to mediums since it's been a while since I've done this. So yeah, today's question we're going to be solving is two sum, which is number one question on LeetCode. Um, and yeah, so let's try to attempt this. I have done this a couple of times, but yeah, it's been a while since I was on LeetCode. So let's try to do this. Let me select the language. Okay, so given an array integer nums, integer target, return indices of two numbers such that they add up to a target. Okay, so we have an array and a target. We have to return indices. You may assume that each input has exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. I see. Okay, so this is the important part. We only have one solution, and we can't use the same element twice. You could return the answer in any order. Okay, so that makes sense. So in this array, like 2, 7, 11, 15, we won't have um, another 2 over here. So that can give, like 2, 7, and that 7, 2 could be a solution, but this is an easy problem. We don't have that complexity here. So yeah, in this case, 2 and 7 sum to 9. We return 0 and 1 since those are the indices. Similarly here, like it's 3, 2, 4, we need to have a target of 6. So 2 and 4 add up to 6. So we return indices 1 and 2. And for the array, the indices are from 0 to length of the array minus 1. So 0, 1, 2 are the indices. That's why we return like 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, so problem seems straightforward. Let's try to attempt this. There are two ways to do this, guys. Like we can do the unoptimized way off the bat. I'm thinking you can um, iterate from like front to back and also have an inner iterator from like the next element to the back. So that will be like an n square solution where you can sort of like then add, check the elements, add them. So you can add 2, 7, 2, 11, 2, 15. In this case it's easy since we'll reach 2, 7 first and return it, but in other cases it might not be the optimized solution, right? We start from 3, we check with 3, 2, 3, 4, then we go to 2, we check with 2, 4. So that could be another way, but that's like not as intuitive, right? As the space grows or the array becomes like huge. So what you can do is try to do this in place, right? And usually what happens is when you want to get rid of like O of n square solutions, you have to compromise with memory. So you can have some sort of a table for lookup to see what elements you've already visited and what you're visiting and add them in a set. Check if they exist in a set and then add them up. So you can do this in constant time by going. You can do this O of n time while going over the array once, but then you have to compromise with space and introduce like a map or a set. So let's do that off the bat. What I'm thinking is initially what we can do is um, we can check for MTH case, right? So um, if it's an array is empty, right, we can just return nothing since there are no indices to return, correct? It's an empty array. But what we can do is yeah, I'm not trying to worry about what target if it's always valid and nums contain like other types of like inputs. Those are some things which you can talk about in interviews, but right now for this problem I think it's fine to leave it out. So yeah, we can introduce a map, I'm thinking. So we can do lookup map is ticked. Let's do like a sum map. Okay, and what we can do here is go with array. So for I in range len of nums. So range is a function which takes in an integer, say 5, and it'll give you a range of 0 to 4 for 5. So I take the length of the array and get the indices, right? So 0 to like the index minus 1, length minus 1, those are the indices of the array. So I can check, say, if nums of I in map, some map, right? So basically we have to return like the indices. I see. Okay, so I can check this. So if it's not in some map, then we just add it. Okay, so for 2 7 we go with array. 2 is not the map, so we add 2 and its index. So we can do some map of nums of I is equal to I. So my map will contain 2 and 0, right? And if it isn't map, then we need to check actually, yeah, so we have to check if they add up to a target, right? So what we can do here is if yeah, what we can do first is check if the target exists, right? So if target minus nums of I in map. So let me explain what's happening here, guys. Basically, like, we go over a number, like say 7. For 9 to be the target, we need to have another 2, right? So if we go over 2, for us having a target of 9, we need to have a 7 in the map. So that's why I'm checking here, like if the other number which adds up to the target exists. So we can do like if target minus nums of I some map, and then we can just return, right? So we can return I comma I can do like check val to make it more readable, target minus nums of I. Okay, so if that value which I need is in the map, then I just return the current index and some map of check val. Else what we can do is yeah, we can just add like this number, add this index to the map. So this should run in O of n time with a map which will worst case probably be like the length of this should be probably the length of like array as well, I guess, if the target doesn't exist. But yeah, this is the idea. Like we will have this should be more optimized, right? And we can return the answer in any order, so we don't have to worry about the ordering in this case. And yeah, I think this is it. I think the solution is guaranteed, so let me try to like run this and see what happens. Okay, so this works for these cases. Let me try to run this. Okay, sweet. So that runs fine. Yeah, last time this was last year. Okay, so yeah, this one's fine. It's an interesting problem, guys. This is the number one problem on Leetcode. So I would say like it's still a bit difficult to understand if you're very new to Leetcode. So take your time. Go over like submission solutions which people have posted. Some of them might be more readable than what I have done here. But essentially, yeah, you basically have to like instead of doing like an n-square solution, you can introduce like a map set and then try to do this in O of n time as well, so that we can handle like very high volume inputs. And yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I think this was a good one to start with. Hope you guys are liking this, and yeah, I'll try to make a playlist of easies first. So we'll start with easies, and then before we go to mediums and potentially hards, right, in the future. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty much what I had today. I'll start adding this to the playlist as well. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.